Hello everyone, this is Crota giving you a shoutcast and game 2 in this series between Drewbie and Liquid Tyler. Game 2 taking place here on Metalopolis. Drewbie spawning as the blue Terran player this time. Meanwhile, all the way across the map we have Liquid Tyler spawning as the red Protoss player. Cross spawns here on Metalopolis. It will mean that they should be playing for a much longer game, or there should be a much more macro intensive game. Metalopolis known for a lot of expansions, a lot of mineral patches, and tight corridors for fights. So if both players stay on their respective sides of the map for the first 7 minutes or so, they should be able to get very strong economies going. Currently just Tyler and Drewbie doing their opening builds, nothing too out of the ordinary to see just quite yet. Pylon, supply depot, both being built slash warped in. One of the things I've always noted is that supply depots take 5 seconds longer to build than a pylon. So yeah, a little bit more expensive. And now once again we see Drewbie going back and now going for a refinery before a barracks once again. So he's going to be going for some very heavy tech, very interesting style of play, especially since he does not know if his opponent did do a close spawn. Trying to do a heavy tech build when it is a close spawn, you generally have a very difficult time, just because an early zealot is going to force you to try to pull off many of your SCVs in order to fend off that attack. And then even though if the zealot doesn't even get a 1 kill against any of those SCVs, the mining time is a loss there if you want to be able to really fight back against one zealot. One probe just still wandering around the map still, and now we'll be able to walk up this ramp in just a moment, quickly scout out his opponent and figure out what exactly is happening. You can see that Drewbie did get that refinery, and right as that refinery was done, he was able to also get a barracks down. So we should be seeing a factory right after this barracks. That's the only real reason why a Terran player ever goes for a refinery before racks. It's because you want to go for a fast factory and get higher up into that tech tree. Probe now wandering around going after this one particular SCV taking some damage. We should be getting that one factory down in just a second. That probe may try to stop it. No, not going to stop it. And instead just the factory is now in play. One probe still now going after some of those minerals, and those minerals, unable to steal any, but he was able to prevent one of those SCVs from really picking up minerals for a little bit of time, forcing more micro out. Drewbie now going into a reactor once again. So we'll see what that reactor is for. Is he going to try to go for early blue flame Hellions like he did on or in the Delta Quadrant, or is he going to try to do something new? We now see a chrono boosted Stalker coming out and no Zealot. So with no Zealot, he wouldn't have been able to even deal with that scouting SCV. Another pylon being warped in as well by Tyler. So Tyler going to be very strong. Wow. Give me a second. Stalker now back over here, guarding this front ramp, should be able to stop any of those SCVs from trying to walk up there. And now we see a standard 1-1-1 build. So it looks like Drewbie's trying to go for fast Banshees off of 1 gas, which would be kind of strange just because you would not be able to research your cloak at all. He could be also going for early Raven and now going for Hellions as well. So that Hellion's going to try to make its way past this one Stalker, or those Hellions going to try to make their way past that one Stalker. If they are successful, they should be able to get some probe kills, as both sides are very weak. But now we see a Stargate coming in from Tyler, and that's exactly the build that is going to stop Drewbie. A Stargate with Phoenixes and Void Rays. Both are able to shut down Ravens very easily, and now in comes that Banshee. Also, the Phoenixes also shut down Banshees. So this is going to be a very bad day for Drewbie unless he is able to pull off some amazing micro and get back into this. We now see a Stargate, and there's that Void Ray now being chrono boosted. Liquid Tyler doing a pretty standard build here, hiding that Stargate, and now making it so that one Stargate, one Void Ray should be able to get out there very quickly. But now in come 4 Hellions, and those Hellions should be able to get a lot of damage. No sentries in sight, and those Hellions are going to simply run straight into the mineral line here. And this is going to be a problem. 1 probe already down. 2nd probe may get taken down as well. There's 2. Are we going to get 3, 4, 5? More damage is being dealt. Oh, there's even more probes. So much damage being dealt. Single file line like grade school, and they are just getting toasted. Oh my gosh, just 4 Hellions dealing so much damage against this mineral line. And Tyler, who I thought was going to have a very easy time with so many of these Void Rays, simply falling and losing all of his probes to 4 Hellions. Tyler now in serious trouble, down to 7 probes, and now in comes a Banshee. That Banshee, perhaps going to try to get some damage in, and now we should probably try to get a Phoenix. Without a Phoenix, oh no, no Phoenix, now going in for Stalker, so this is now a counterattack, trying to move all back in. Once again, and now in come those Void Ray, one Void Ray fighting against multiple Stalkers. Those Stalkers, however, are going to get, is enough damage going to be dealt? Yeah, I believe so. SCVs are trying to repair it and doing a good job of repairing that one Hellion there. So multiple, that one Hellion sitting there, not because it is unarmored, able to deal so much damage. Stalkers now on the low ground here. More Stalkers coming in. SCVs coming off the mineral line. So Drewbie now being forced to fight with SCVs, and now he's also taking a large amount of damage, as well as that one Void Ray is in the air. Void Ray able to just clean up, and I believe that Drewbie is going to be forced to say GG. In comes one Viking, but that one Viking should get kited or taken down by that Void Ray. Void Ray able to get the kill on the Viking. Down it goes. More Stalkers now in play. This one starport is going to get shut down. And wow, a true base race here on Metalopolis. The Void Ray should have no problem whatsoever just chasing after this one orbital command. The orbital command does move very, very slowly, and a lot of damage will be dealt. And there's the GG. Wow. So I had thought that Drewbie was going to completely take this game, and I'm sure some of you guys have watched or was watching the YouTube counter and knew how long this game was probably thinking that Drewbie was going to take the game as well, as he had a 7-22 lead in terms of the Harvesters. I mean, that is absolutely huge. 22-7. And I was like, okay, there's no way Tyler can really get back into this. But Tyler just showing that, you know what? If you're going to take down all of my probes, I'm going to do the same to you. So the Banshee here does have 8 kills. But the standing armies, if you take a look at it, 150, 100 versus 1125, 500. The Void Ray hasn't really even only suffered 20 points of damage, and would be able to easily finish off that orbital command here. The tech or the starport was already burnt down, so nothing to really counter that one Void Ray, and that Void Ray, really the hero in that fight, staying fully charged. Stalkers, very, very strong against Hellions. I don't care how many SCVs you have repairing that Hellion. Ultimately, what's going to end up happening is that the Stalker is going to deal so much damage to that Hellion that you're gonna spend more than 100 minerals repairing the Hellion anyways. So I guess you could always lose it. But yeah, really fast-paced game. I don't know if that was well played or not, but I just think that was really smart game sense by Tyler to know that he could push out when he did in order to take the win. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I hope you guys enjoyed this replay between Tyler and Drewbie here on Metalopolis.